Good afternoon and welcome to the home of the Rangers, Northwestern Oklahoma State University. When you consider that in mid-November the temperature in Alva is in the 70s, it makes you believe that maybe someone is smiling down upon Northwestern today. We have waited many months in anticipation of today, and I believe that our patience will be rewarded in just a few minutes. Before I begin my remarks, allow me to introduce a few of the people on stage with me. Please hold your applause. One of our special guests representing the Oklahoma Arts Council is Interim Executive Director Suzanne Tate. Also on stage is a member of the Board of Regents of the Regional University System of Oklahoma from Alva, Richard Ryerson, and his wife Janice is seated in the reserve section. And of course, the beautiful monument that you're about to see was created by one of Oklahoma's most talented individuals, Harold Holden. Please give all of these people a round of applause. In the audience are a few other people I would like to mention, including another member of our Board of Regents from Ardmore and Holloway, Edna Mae Holden, the wife of Harold Holden, and Ken Ferguson, who assisted with the financial planning of this project. Please offer each of them a round of applause. I am pleased to recognize our students here today who are representing our Student Government Association, our Ranger Athletic Team, the Ranger Band and Choir, the Ranger Cheerleaders, and our campus media. Thanks to all of you for being here. I also want to recognize the work of several individuals who have worked on our beautiful plaza. We have Jim Ritchie and Mike Rao, who have financially supported the project, and Jim Ritchie has been instrumental in coordinating the project. I want to recognize the efforts of our physical plant staff, led by Mr. Jim Deachin, our brick mason, Leroy Arndt, and his son, Dallas, who is a junior majoring in biology here at NWSU, and Manuel Gonzalez, who completed much of the concrete work. Help me show our appreciation. And actually, we took it right down to the wire, but as you can see, it turned out beautifully. Of course, today's celebration would not have been possible without the generosity of Tom and Brenda McDaniel. I know that the two of them are currently focusing their energies on the betterment of Oklahoma City University and its students, but it is clear that there is a place deep in their hearts for Northwestern and for Alva. They may shine as OCU stars, but their roots remain as Rangers. I want Tom and Brenda and the McDaniel family to know how much the entire Northwestern community appreciates this gift and how it will help enhance the beauty and spirit of this wonderful campus. Thank you, and remember that you are always welcome to your Northwestern home. However, I also want them to know that we hope to be a little less hospitable when OCU visits Percival Fieldhouse in February. Today's ceremony has given many of us who are part of the Northwestern family cause to reflect upon just exactly what it means to be a Ranger. On the surface, it represents wearing our school colors of red and black and cheering on our athletic team. It also means being a part of what we call the Northwestern family and showing pride in this outstanding place of higher education. But down deeper, it means something more, much more. What it means to be a Ranger is undoubtedly shaped by our past. A little more than 110 years ago, the pioneers that settled this frontier exhibited strength, and a sense of optimism that is hard to imagine today. They risked almost everything to settle here. They struggled to build homes, farms, and businesses, their livelihood challenged by the ruggedness of their new home. And yet, through these challenges, they had the foresight and the belief that they could build a place where young people could come and receive an education, and then share that education with others. They initially failed to convince territorial leaders, but they forged ahead, and a year later secured support to establish a school that would become Northwestern. Today, we still face challenges as a rural institution located on the prairie, but the spirit of those first Rangers inspired us still today. Today, we still have dreams, and those dreams are still coming true. In the next year, we will transform our campus with more than $10 million in new construction and renovations. Our enrollment continues to trend upward, and our influence upon Northwest Oklahoma and the entire state continues to increase. And while we can celebrate all of these accomplishments, what makes Northwestern such a special place are the successes that are experienced daily by each and every student. We remain a university where young people from all walks of life are welcome to pursue their dreams of a better life. Whether you're from Boise City or Blackwell, or any point in between, when you come to Northwestern, you become a part of something that is life-changing. When you visit with these students, when you hear their stories and share in their dreams, you understand what Northwestern means to people. You begin to understand what it means to be a Ranger. This monument should serve as a constant reminder of what this university means to Alva and Northwest Oklahoma, and for that matter, the entire state of Oklahoma. This monument should remind us of spirit, determination, and courage. It should remind us what it means to be a Ranger. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to introduce to you our Master of Ceremonies, a man who has been a true friend to Northwestern and Rangers everywhere. Please welcome the voice of the Rangers, Judge Dean Linder.
Madam President, Mr. President, other honored guests, what a thrill to be here. Is it a great day to be a Ranger or what? This is the place to be, I promise you that.
They know well that the arts define who we are as a culture and contribute not only to the quality of life of our citizens, but also to the economic vitality of our communities. And it is also appropriate that Harold Holden is the artist chosen for this monumental sculpture. A native Oklahoman, H is a nationally recognized artist, known for his captivating sculptures and paintings depicting the West. He is one of Oklahoma's most prolific artists, producing 19 sculptures for locations across the state. He was honored in 2001 with a Governor's Arts Award, and his work is included in many collections throughout the country, including the Oklahoma State Art Collection. This working cowboy, whose ranch is just down the road a ways, lives what he creates, and his love of horses is reflected in the details you'll see today in the Ranger. Public art gives this university a unique opportunity to express its identity, spirit, and pride. The Ranger creates a sense of place, tradition, and is a legacy for future generations. It is a true pleasure to witness this community pride, involvement, and spirit I see here in Alva today. I applaud you for bringing public art to your campus to be shared with the people of your community and visitors to your campus. Thank you.
You heard about Harold Holden. I met him first some 25 or more years ago at the end of a great quail hunt over near Ringwood, Oklahoma, and we had dinner together. Edna May, you were not there that night, but he behaved himself, I promise you that. This guy isn't just known in Oklahoma, isn't just known in the United States. This man is a worldwide recognized artist. We are privileged to have him as a resident of our state. We get a closer and more frequent look at his work. You know, he has put work on a U.S. postage stamp. He has art in the state capital of Oklahoma. His sculpture of Will Rogers now is at the Will Rogers World Airport in Oklahoma City, seen by hundreds of thousands of people a year. One of the most tragic things that's happened in sports in recent years is commemorated by his work. We will remember the statue that commemorates the death of the OSU basketball players. Harold Holden is a jewel among jewels. His work is known, as I said, throughout. Western art has increased in popularity. One of the reasons is on stage with us right now. A man who does know what ranching is all about, who does know what a bucking horse is all about, a man who knows spirit and heart and soul, and it shows in his work. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Harold Holden. Thank you.
I don't think I could pay him enough money for those words. And I won't be long, so there are many folks involved with this project, and I want to mention some. Skeeter Bird, who's the ramrod of this project. He's had hands-on throughout the process. I always thought Bird would be an appropriate name for an ex-chopper pilot. He was. I want to thank Dr. Cheryl Evans and Dr. Janet Cunningham, who had the vision for a sculpture of the Ranger and see it through. Also Elizabeth Ritchie and Jim Ritchie for their involvement. There's so many, be a long list of names, so I'll stop there. But my first encounter with about doing this piece was with Dan Shorter in 2001. So it's been a while since the idea first came about. But I'm really honored and grateful to have been selected to sculpt this piece, and it's been a pleasure to work on a project with so many supportive, enthusiastic people involved from its earliest conception. I want to thank Tom and Brenda McDaniel for their gracious donating the piece to the university. Ken Ferguson and NBC Bank for their support. And should recognize Phil Carson that got him here in his airplane. Phil's the president of the bank, but he flies Ken around. I guess I should say something about the foundry that cast this. Mark and Steve Palmerton and Scott Adams at the Crucible Foundries in Norman, and they got this project done way ahead of what they thought they could, but just in time, I guess. I think Edna May threatened their life. But during the centennial year, it's probably a record